All right. So we really basically have two things to complete here before we can give this thing a try and see how it's doing. So what we want to do is create this update power moves. Okay, so or update the power of a move, and that'll be if we win. Let's see, still best way to do this. Here we go. And remember, these kind of look backwards. Um, because this is actually us losing, and this is us winning. So basically, we are going to go through all the stages. No, not all the stages. We're going to go through all the moves in the game, um, pair them up with the states in the game, and we are going to, if we win, we're going to essentially add this number to those moves in those stages, or either subtract one from it or add one from it. So let's do it here. Public void update power moves. So M is the value that you're either going to add or subtract from that move. All right, so let's think what we need to do here. So let's do a loop and go through all of the moves in the game. Moves in game dot size. All right, and all right, moves in game. Okay, so by the way, there's the same number of moves in a game as there are states in a game. Um, well, there may be one more state, but that would be if gold wins. So remember, it's kind of like gold plays, we get a state. Silver plays, we add a move. Gold plays state, silver move. So these are gonna be the same, or gold's be one ahead. That's why I'm doing this with moves in game and not states in game, because there may be one more state in game that doesn't correspond. But we want to only update the moves that actually happened. Okay, so and they even resulted in a loss or a win. So let's do um, string uh, s equals states in game dot get I. So the zeroth state is going to be the first state that happened. Int m is going to be moves game. That's the first column we chose. Or silver chose. Oh, M. Okay. Okay. And M is the amount that I'm adding. That's why I couldn't do that. Okay. So now, um, so if all states dot contains S, that means we have seen this state before. Okay. Then we are going to see. No. Hmm. Well, we could we create a stage? Let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. I think this will work. Here we go. Okay, and I'll explain this, kind of thinking it through. So stages in game. No, uh, all stages. This would be all states. Index of S. All right, so let's think about what this does. So S is a certain state in the game, and it's going to be in all states for sure. It's not going to be -1 because we've already updated it. It's in all states. It might be a duplicate, but it's going to be in all states. And this tells us the index of that string, where that string is. And this would be all stages dot get. Okay, so if we, and another thing, all stages and all states are also 1-to-1. And you can see it in code. In update states, every time we add a state, we add a stage at the same time. So they're the same size. So if I get the index of all states, S is already defined. Okay, so stage. But if I get the index of the string, that's the same index of that stage. So now the powerful part of this is we have a stage. Okay, and a stage, let me moves equals stage dot moves. Okay, so this is actually going to update the array that's getting held in that stage. Okay, so all of these, if we're updating these, they all get okay, and then move. So it'd be moves move plus equals m. All right, so let me think about that first. Move is the actual move that we did at the S. So S is the state. Move is the move that we chose. M's telling us whether we won or lost. Go up, go up. If it's -1, you'll just go down, right? If you add -1 to it, it'll go down. So we get the array, and then we're going to go to that move that we did, and we're going to add and subtract M. That is it. Okay. So that is update power moves. And if I'm some of the things that get kind of hard, I know I'm not doing a great job of explaining it, but you got the code here so you can kind of work around it yourself, figure out exactly what's going on. Okay. So that's update power moves. And then the last thing, this is really everything except the method that we had, pick column, which is where we decide which column to play. Right now, we're just choosing a random column. And so sometimes that's probably what we're going to want it to do. It's just pick a random column. So let's say if so remember, when are we picking a column? It's at a state. So if all states contains current state. It will every time, right? So if we've seen this before, but we just added current state to all states. So this bottom thing will never happen. And so I guess okay, so I guess we don't really need to do that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick, so what is the stage? Current and new stage, state. Oh, no, because I want to get it from the array. Let me pause it here and think for a second.